Hello and welcome and a very good evening. This is Vanity Hair. Thank you for joining me today on what's about to be a very special episode indeed. In case you've not been counting or you can't tell by the title, today is the 6 month update. Come on, hell yeah, we've made it guys. Half a year, whatever the half of 365 is what this is today, right here, right now, since I've got the surgery, and it is going to be a huge episode, so stick around. So with the big introduction out of the way, I'd like to just do a recap for those of you who have not seen or couldn't be bothered to watch any of my previous episodes. 6 months ago, again as the title suggests, I got a 4,000 graft FUE, so follicular unit extraction hair transplant in Istanbul, obviously in Turkey. Now the reason why I'm not entirely sure about how many grafts I got, whether it's 4,000 or 3,500, it was because the surgery that I went with didn't charge based upon the number of grafts extracted. They charge you just for a session. So in an 8-hour session, I think they said they can usually take about 3,500 to 4,000 grafts depending on the person. So this is what I look like right after the surgery. As you can tell, we covered the top of my head. The crown wasn't touched, there was no hair transplanted there, and I'll talk to you about the crown and how I've been covering it up since. If you're interested, obviously, in what surgery I went to, please don't comment in the comment section. My email is in the video's description. I'm an ambassador / referral scheme guy for the surgery, so email me, I'll tell you in person what to expect, and if you're really interested, I can sign you onto the free consultation as well, where you do like a little video chat with the actual surgeon who will tell you what you need and then arrange the tour for you, and then I'll get £100 if you sign up. So, you know, win-win. Please email me. So 6 months ago, 7 months ago, this is what I look like. Now you might think, oh, that's not too bad, but if you look closer, that is actually quite the comb over. So if it was windy, if I jumped into the swimming pool, this is what I'd look like when I got out. So that compared to this, what I am on now, is hopefully quite a stark difference. But just in case it isn't, we'll do the video where I zoom in on my head, and I'm going to have the 3 months, you know, progress video right next to it. And the reason why I'm saying 3 months, because if you look at this chart, actually, you can see that at 3 months, that's when you start really seeing the hairs growing, you know, and poking through. Whereas at 6 months, that's when you're, you know, starting to fill it in. That's when you've already got like 50% of your final results showing. So I'd say 3 and 6 months is a good little comparison. Again, look at the charts here. I'm not making this up, you know, you can Google it. This is usually the progress. It takes about a full year for all of it to come through. So, you know, halfway through now, I think is a pretty good comparison to what it was like a quarter of the way through. But anyway, less of that. As I said, I'm going to zoom in on my hair. You can have a closer look. And then we're just going to chew the fat a little bit after that about what I've been doing to keep it up. So stick around. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention before jumping into the close-up shots. For all of you that don't know about the recovery process after the surgery, well, yeah, I'm on 6 months now, so I'm talking about 6 months, but how long did it take for the scabs to go away, the redness, the itchiness, all of that? So here's a short little timeline just to keep everyone informed and up to date. It took about 2 weeks, well, let's say 11 days for all the scabs to go. Maybe 2 months for the skin to feel loose again. So after the surgery, the skin, especially on the donor areas, was quite stiff. So even just leaning against the pillow was quite uncomfortable. And the redness and the itchiness, I'd say that took maybe about 4 months for it to completely come back to normal. So especially the redness, that was very noticeable. Everyone kept laughing at my head. I look like the, was it Marvel Harry? I think it's Harry from Home Alone once he burns his head. It's just all red on the top. So that took about a good 4 months for it to finally go back to its normal colour. So anyway, yeah, here's the 6 months compared to the 3 months close-up. Hopefully it will give you an idea of what to expect. So first things first, the big scary virus is still running rampant in the UK, so in case you're wondering what the hell is this about, I cut my own hair, alright? Stop judging. You know, I watched a YouTube tutorial about how to cut my hair and this is what it turned out to be like. That's YouTube for you, okay? So anyway, 6 months in, as you can tell, it's still quite thin on the top. Yeah, hairline, I've said this before, but again, I'll say it. Hairline is great. I've got no problems with the hairline. With the top, it's still quite thin, and this is going to be really funny if you watch my previous videos. I've dissed finasteride and I've dissed minoxidil, and I said, oh, I'm never going to touch that stuff, but I'm actually 6 months into it now, and do you know what? I've started taking finasteride and I've started taking minoxidil, so I've been crushing up my pills and, taking 0.5 milligram of finasteride a day. And I've been applying 5% minoxidil to my scalp and also to my crown area. This is for 2 reasons. It is because I don't want to lose existing hair that was here already, that wasn't transplanted, and I don't want my crown to get any worse. In fact, I want my crown to get better, because I can't really be bothered with going ahead with a second surgery. So I know, and I apologise for dissing finasteride and minoxidil so much in my earlier videos, but I thought, because so many of you suggested it in the comments, I'd give it a go. So far I've been taking it for what, about a week, and not gonna say there's no side effects. I've got very slight headaches every now and again after I've put this on, and I'm not sure if this is a thing that's inside my head as well, but as soon as I take finasteride, maybe like half an hour later, maybe an hour later, I get slightly achy testicles. Now that again goes away within like an hour, so it could just be a placebo effect that's in my head because I've been reading about it so much. It could be serious, I don't know. So I've been taking these 2 for a week now, and my plan here is to take it for the next 6 months, at which point, I'll have had the surgery a year ago, so I'll have the final results, and hopefully these will just thicken them out a little bit more as well, and I can get on with my life. And I've said this before, and the problem with these 2 medicines is that once you start taking it, you're kind of stuck with them, because as soon as you stop taking it, you lose the results. So I'm not really sure what my end game is here, but because so many of you were just so adamant about me taking it, I got cyberbullied into taking it. So congratulations guys, this is what you've done to me. Finasteride, minoxidil, I mean the holy grail for anyone that's losing hair according to the internet. So anyway, I'm trying it out. Side effects are not really noticeable, so I'm keeping to it. If anything gets worse, I'm going to stop taking it altogether. Now, as for the crown, I've mentioned I had nothing done on the crown, and I wanted to grow out, but while it's still growing out, I've also been putting a bit of this hair fibre onto it. So, again, Google this stuff. It's made of like natural plants and wool and keratin or whatever. It's just to cover up the thinning, balding bit here on the top. So I can show you what it looked like before, and I can show you what it looks like now. Speaks for itself, really. So that's that. Nothing much more to talk about here. 6 months in, hair's looking good, albeit it might only be looking good because I'm putting all this stuff into it. I don't know if it's just a transplant alone or whether it's a combination of genetics, transplant, the weather, seasonal hair loss, whatever else I'm putting into it. But right now, I'm quite happy with the way I look. I'm quite happy with the way the results are turning out. Yes, it's still thinning. I mean, not thinning. It's still thin on the top. But as mentioned in the graph that I keep referring to, it's only 50% at the moment. So it is the holy trinity of what I've been taking at the moment. I've stopped taking biotin, and I've stopped taking all these herbal pills because they do absolutely nothing, in my opinion anyway. Let's see if these things that everyone's been recommending to me online are going to make the difference, and let's see how long I'm going to stick it out with them for, because again, I don't want to take medicine that affects my hormones for the rest of my life. I'm quite an old guy now. I can't be taking this for much longer, but we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for joining me. I will obviously answer any questions to my best knowledge in the comment section. If there's any more to talk about before the 7-month mark, I'll make a little filler video. Sometimes I do, sometimes I just haven't got the time because of work and whatever else. But thanks for joining me again. Long story short, Hair's growing really well. We're at the 50% mark at the moment, but I am using products to sort of try to speed up the actual recovery process and to get the full results as quickly as possible. Let me know what you think, or let me know if I'm being an idiot by using all these products. I know that when I didn't use them, people told me I should, and now I'm going to be told probably that I'm using them, that I shouldn't be using them. So keep me posted. Anyway, cheers guys.